since I left. Like, I ain't see that lady in a while. Really not trying to see her again. Babies, so I'm back with another video. So I made a new intro. Y'all like it? You know, I'm getting better with the edits and stuff. Go me. But yeah, so today's video will be a story time. Okay, a story time about how my snowman died. You know, I know y'all probably thinking really it's not that deep of a story time, but like, it's actually quite crazy. Not too crazy. Whatever, when I'm finished telling the story, then you get your own perspective. But yes, it's a true event that happened in my life. So, December 7th or 8th, 2017. I don't remember the specific date, but it's a core memory. I'm gonna put up pictures. But it snowed in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So, yeah, being from Baton Rouge, I don't see snow that much. And I did move around to different states when I was younger. So probably all in my life, I probably seen snow about 7 times, and I only seen it snow twice in Louisiana. I can recall that, like, the first time I ever seen snow ever, I was 5 years old, and that was like when the Saints won the playoff for like the Super Bowl. Like, the Saints were going to the Super Bowl and people ran outside and it was snowing. And I'm thinking, it's Christmas. Everybody like, the Saints going to the Super Bowl. I'm like, it's Christmas. And Mom was like, no, it's not Christmas. So, yeah, that was something. But I remember that. That's my very first memory of snow. And then, yeah, the second time it snowed, I was like in the 8th grade. And we had like some ice on the grass or whatever in early 2018, but I really wasn't snow. It was just some thick frost. Like, no, it literally snowed in 2017. So due to it snowing, they canceled school because snow is foreign in the South. Okay, so if it snowed, they're canceling school because people already don't know how to drive. You don't want them driving on snow, and imagine like a power outage at school. I don't think that can happen, but just saying, or like the water freeze. Don't nobody want their child at school and it's snowing. So yeah, we were at home, and the snow lasted for a good day and a half. Well, at least on the ground. Again, it snowed that much, but yeah, we was happy. So at the place that I was living at, one of the neighbors, they built a nice snowman. It was nice, and that was my first time ever seeing a snowman. So you know what I did? I took pictures by it. And then later on, when the snow began to melt, it was still like a bunch of snow. So they made a miniature ones too. So I took pictures of that too. And then went on. So about 2 days later or something, I don't remember. But we back at school. Everybody talking about the snow day. Everybody's sharing their pictures. I'm like, oh yeah? Well, this is my picture. So I named the snowman that my neighbors built Snowloff. And Snowloff Jr., the little one. So yeah. So I go to my math class. Because, in middle school, you take different classes. And, bruh, I had the weirdest relationship with my math teacher. It was just strange, like my grandma was kind of associated with this lady. This lady had a daughter that was in the same age as us. Well, same grade as me. Like, literally, just like, when you go to school and teach a child, they can't, like, take their parent class. And I never really took a class with her till I got to high school. The math teacher didn't work at the high school I went to. But still, like, we was mutuals. But that girl was really, really associated with my best friend, though. So I kind of knew the girl. And that was when I was good at math, okay? Like, in the 8th grade, I was good at math. So, I'm telling everybody my snowman died. And for some reason, in 8th grade, everybody thought I was crazy. I don't know why. Because, like, literally the year before, everybody loved me. And then all of a sudden, I'm just weird. And I'm literally being myself. And she took that to the extreme. It's like, what you mean your snowman died? I'm like, he died. So, you know what this lady do? She, wait. I'm getting beside myself. So, yeah. So, classes, you have to wait like 5 minutes before the class start. Even before then, it's in middle school, they don't immediately start class. And my class was like her good class, to be honest, because she had some bad class, but it was a pretty decent one. Like, yeah, we had one or a few, but that was the class that really made the best grades. Okay, that wasn't wild like her last period. We was like the midday class. So me, I'm walking around because middle school they used to have us sit down all the time and my butt would hurt. No, I can't be sitting down having butt problems at freaking, how are you, 13, 14 years old. So yeah, so I'm walking around, you know, I may do like a random spin, but like I did that was normal for me. And she's like, go sit down. I'm like, no, your class ain't start yet, my butt hurt, like I'm not finna sit down just yet. So then class move on and we doing whatever, and I answer her question and she's like, whatever, and threw shade, like call me a little touch or whatever. I'm like, girl, chill out, cause I ain't let people bother me at all. Like, it was really the grown folks back then. So yeah, later on she sent me out of class. She's like, go run a little errand. Like, I never got kicked out of class, okay? So I run the little errand to whatever. Mind you, this was clean cross campus. Okay. And then I come back. By the time the class over, I go on about my day, right? Here's where the stuff come in, okay? That was just my first experience. Here's where the stuff come in. Fast forward, it's the end of the day. We having this missile, okay? And this missile was like a big old... Dismissal at school is always horrible for me, okay? Like, you got the bus riders and the car riders, and like the bus and the car part is like on opposite sides of the school. And you know, people, you know, you got 5 minutes to get there, especially if you're a bus rider. But it's just a whole bunch of kids, they talking and stuff, You got the kids there at the practice or after school for robotics or whatever. This is a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm finna go, and this random boy from class, I was cool with the boy. He was all like, my snowman died. I'm like, my snowman died too. And he's like, yeah, how your snowman died? I'm like, oh, it melted, you know, just being legit. Because I'm like, I was saying my snowman died as a joke. Like, I get it, snow melts, it's hot, okay? And he's like, you gonna show me a picture? So yeah, I showed him a picture. He's like, okay, that's cool. Then boom, we went by the day. So then I'm in the carpool line, and this girl, we wasn't necessarily friends, she was cordial, and she was telling me, yeah, Miss such sent you out the class and asked if you was alright, asked anybody was cool with you because you acting funny. I'm like, what you mean I'm acting funny? I'm acting like this all the time. And she's like, I don't know, don't nobody mess with you and all, but she was like concerned or something, you know, she was talking trash. I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't care about that lady anyway, because like, she be doing the most. Okay, fast forward, my mama picked me up from the carpool line, and she's like, hey, how you day? I'm like, my day is fine. And I tell her my day is like, okay, so tell me why I got a phone call from your teacher, and she asked if you was on drugs. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And she's like, yeah, your teacher asked me if you was on drugs. I'm like, I'm not on drugs. And she was all like, well, she said something about your snowman dying. Bruh, that made me so mad because I was going around saying my snowman died as a joke. And it's not like I was broadcasting, my snowman died. Like, no. The teachers, you know how the teachers outside the hallway, they'll be together as a group, just watching the class but also talking whatever. So, and I was cool with all the teachers in that little hallway, so I'm like, hey, you know, my snowman died, boo-hoo. And she the only one that really took it like as something wrong with me. Like, the other teachers knew I was playing, like they knew that was my sense of humor and all, and it wasn't that deep. And I showed them snowman, that's like, that's a really good snowman. I even showed the teacher, well, some of them was my teacher, but the lady I was talking about, my snowman, she's like, whatever, go sit down. I'm like, okay, but for you to call my mother and ask her if I was on drugs over a freaking snowman, you're the one crazy. Like, that legitimately made me mad. And then for you to send me out the class and to ask them people something wrong with me, like I miss anybody in that class, knowing that the children don't like me, I'm like, bruh, really? Over the snow? You doing the most over the snowman. I ain't even doing that much over the snowman. I was just joking. And I was really happy because I never really seen a snowman before. Like, it wasn't like I was legitimately crying, throwing tantrums, and had a connection to the snowman. It's like frozen ice. But that was just downright horrible for her to call my mother and ask her if I'm on drugs. So my mom, back to my mom, she's like, okay, whatever, don't sweat it. I know you're not on drugs, and some people don't get your personality and all, but for real, don't be calling my phone asking me am I child on drugs, and it's literally a snowman. So yeah. So then the next day, school went past, and I was mad. Like, I was mad at the lady. And it was to the point I had to talk to a counselor or something, because I know during the school year, it was not in the beginning of the school year, okay? And you couldn't really change classes unless, like, it's beginning of the year or the teacher put you out the class, but this lady obviously never put me out her class. So, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I need a counselor because this lady can't do that. Why in the world did you call my mama and ask if I was on drugs? And I don't even remember what she said. It's a blur, but it was some BS. And I'm like, whatever, let's make up. Because I knew within a few months I was out of there. Never seen this lady again. I probably saw her like once. It was a few years ago, but still, for the most part, ever since I left. Like, I ain't see that lady in a while. Really not trying to see her again. But yeah, that was just awful. And that's pretty much the end of the story time. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. May or may not do some more story times, so don't get used to it. I just have to think of it, and I was just having flashbacks and I had to record it. But yeah, hopefully I get to see snow soon again. I don't know, probably building the snowman or being snow. Snow is very cold though. Don't really recommend. It's fun to look at, look nice on pictures and all. I don't think I could live somewhere where it's snow, because like you actually gotta shovel that, and you actually like gotta go to work when it's snowing. You gotta drive in the snow and all that. Like, I'm not built for that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Love y'all. Mwah.